What do we have today? We have predictions for 5 NBA games for November 19th. So, let's get started. We will start with match between Toronto Raptors and Atlanta Hawks. The Toronto Raptors will be going for their third straight win after defeating the Heat in a 112-104 home victory. They have split their last 8 games and have been in decent shape. The Atlanta Hawks have been playing well lately, winning 5 of their last 8 games overall, but they will be looking to rebound after losing to the Celtics by a score of 126-101. In comparison to the Hawks, who average 114.6 points on 46.3% shooting and give up 113.9 points on 45.8% shooting, the Raptors average 111.9 points on 45.2% shooting and allow 109.1 points on 47.9% shooting. The Raptors have ruled out Chris Boucher, Gary Trent Jr., Otto Porter Jr., Precious Achiuwa, and Pascal Siakam, while the Hawks have only ruled out Bogey. The Hawks have only won 2 of their past 5 games. However, it wouldn't be accurate to state that the Hawks are in horrible shape. They have had trouble scoring lately on the offensive end of the floor, but they are one of the better teams in the league when it comes to opponents' second-chance points. They do an excellent job of securing the ball after missed attempts, and they must continue to do so successfully if they want to prevent the tenacious Raptors from scoring on second or third chances. The Raptors have an excellent balance on both ends of the court when all of their players are healthy. They nevertheless showed their defensive strength against the Heat despite being without a number of their starters. The Raptors will have fewer opportunities to score in the paint against the Hawks, which will force them to depend more on three-pointers. The Raptors have lost 4 of their previous 5 head-to-head games in Atlanta. I expect that the Raptors will be able to maintain a competitive game for the majority of the time, but anything less than a convincing victory for the Hawks would come as a major surprise to me. Play Atlanta Hawks -4.5. The next match is the match between Orlando Magic and Indiana Pacers. This is a back-to-back for both teams. The Orlando Magic have been struggling as they have dropped 4 of their last 6 games overall. After losing to the Timberwolves by a score of 126-108, they will be attempting to avoid losing 3 straight games. The Indiana Pacers are in excellent form as they have won 7 of their last 9 games overall. They will be going for their 4th consecutive win after defeating the Rockets by a score of 99-91. The Magic are once more will be without Markelle Fultz and Paolo Banchero, while Moritz Wagner and Cole Anthony are both listed as questionable. The Pacers once more ruled out Daniel Theis and Chris Duarte. The Pacers average 117.9 points on 46.5% shooting and surrender 116.8 points on 46.7%, while the Magic average 109.9 points on 47.5% shooting and score 113.3 points on 46.1%. Yesterday's game was followed by travel for both teams. It's safe to assume that the Magic are a poor road team. In 6 road games, they have only had 1 victory. However, I never get the impression that I'm watching a subpar basketball show when I watch their games. Their games are not boring. In addition, the Pacers are added to the basketball showdown, whose games are undoubtedly entertaining, especially the ones they play at home, so we can expect interesting basketball performances from both teams here. The Magic are still missing too many players from their injured list, but their good performance while playing in Indiana is supported by stats. The Magic are 6-1 ATS in the last 7 games in Indiana, while the over is 9-0 in the last 9 meetings between the 2 teams there. The Pacers are undoubtedly the better team here. They have home court advantage and are healthy, but it's still hard to gauge how each of these teams will play in back-to-back games. Play Orlando Magic and Indiana Pacers over 228.5. The next match is the match between Minnesota Timberwolves and Philadelphia 76ers. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been struggling as they have dropped 6 of their past 9 games overall, but after thrashing the Magic 126-108 on the road, they will be looking for their 3rd consecutive win. The Philadelphia 76ers, who have won 4 of their past 5 games overall, are on a good run and will be seeking to extend their current 3-game winning streak after defeating the Bucks by a score of 110-102. while the 76ers average 108.5 points on 46.8% shooting and give up 106.5 points on 46.2% shooting. The Timberwolves average 115.1 points on 48.3% shooting and allow 115.7 points on 44.9% shooting. Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey and Furkan Korkmaz were listed as questionable by the 76ers, while James Harden is still out. The Timberwolves are completely healthy. Everything the Timberwolves accomplished before the start of the season was favorable. I thought it was an excellent idea for KAT and Gobert to play together. I'm no longer persuaded of that at this point. Gobert is doing better than he did with the Jazz, but other things aren't going well. This season, they had a solid start, winning 4 of their first 6 games. However, after that, they lost 6 of their next 7 games. Although their most recent victory over the Magic may be promising, that is just a win against the Magic. The 76ers struggled to a poor start and have been inconsistent up until lately, but they are once again in the game heading into it. Their past 3 home games have ended in victories. Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid are both in fine shape, but the 76ers may miss Maxey in this game. According to early reports, he won't wear a jersey for this game. Considering the list of injured players of the 76ers, the fact that this is their back-to-back game, and that the Timberwolves have a significant rest advantage, I am forced to choose the visiting team. Play Minnesota Timberwolves +2. The next match is the match between Utah Jazz and Portland Trailblazers. After outlasting the Suns in a 134-133 home victory, the Utah Jazz, who have won 5 of their previous 8 games, have been in good shape. The Portland Trailblazers have been playing well lately, winning 4 of their previous 6 contests, but they will be hoping to rebound in this game after losing to the Nets by a score of 109-107. The Blazers score 109.7 points per game and 46.6% shooting, while the Jazz score 116.9 points per game and 46.7% shooting while giving up 107.7 points per game and 46% shooting. Rudy Gay's injury will prevent the Jazz from playing, and Keon Johnson and Nasser Little have also been ruled out for the Trailblazers. Despite their great basketball play, the Jazz are now in a little rut. As I've said thus far, their current problem is the fatigue of their starters. Since this is their 2nd game in a row and they have to travel, it will be hard for them to complete their objective to win. I watched the Trailblazers' final home game against the Nets. Their performance didn't disappoint me, but I was blown away by KD playing. The Blazers controlled most of the game, but they lacked the luck to win. In addition to the starters, who are all certainly in excellent shape, you should pay attention to the Blazers bench. The core of Simmons, Little, Winslow, and Sharp would be starters on other teams. The Trailblazers are in good form, have a great coach, and are outstanding players. The Jays have a big advantage coming into this game due to their shorter bench and the fact that they are rested. Based on my observations of both teams' previous performances, I believe the Blazers will win this game easily. But for those who like stats, the Jazz are 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 encounters overall. Play Portland Trailblazers -4. The last match for today is the match between San Antonio Spurs and Los Angeles Clippers. The San Antonio Spurs are in terrible shape as they have dropped 8 of their last 9 games. They will be looking to snap a 3-game losing streak after being destroyed by the Kings on the road in a 130-112 loss. The Los Angeles Clippers, who have won 7 of their last 10 games, have been in excellent form and will be hoping to build on their 96-91 victory against the Pistons on Thursday. In comparison to the Clippers, who average 104.4 points on 47.2% shooting and allow 105.9 points on 44.4% shooting, the Spurs average 112 points on 47.1% shooting while only allowing 120.2 points on 50.2% shooting. Jacob Poeltl and Devin Vassell are both questionable, while Romeo Langford and Zach Collins are still sidelined, so the Spurs might once again be short-handed. The Clippers are at full strength, except for Luke Kennard, who is ruled out. The Spurs stunned everyone by playing well at the start of the season, but they have since lost 8 straight games and are currently ranked 30th in defensive efficiency. It's difficult to find anything good to say right now about the Spurs. The Clippers, on the other hand, are the league's worst offensive team and play incredibly boring basketball that can only be enjoyed by those who support them or wager on them. I guess that they will play a little differently now that Kawhi Leonard is back in the starting lineup. Whatever else has been said about the Clippers, they are still the clear favorite to win this game, and anything less than a comfortable victory would come as a great surprise to me. Play Los Angeles Clippers -7.5. Guys, that would be all. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and newsletter. See you tomorrow.